You can either use this or use this. Let's go with this one. Then you can click out like this. Hi engineers, this is Chevron Academy. In this video, I want to show you how you can make adjustment to your slab detailing obtained from ProtaStructures. One of the main issues engineers usually have with a lot of softwares is their detailing outputs. ProtaStructures have proven to be one of the best in these aspects, but there are still one or two things that engineers usually like to fine-tune in order to make our project more professional and to look more like what we have in practice. Even though we have a lot of softwares nowadays, a lot of CAD tools that you can add to your AutoCAD, like the CAD RC and other similar tools that you need that can allow you to provide a proper detailed slab details. The issue with them is you still have to do some things manually, but the advantage of ProtaStructures is the slab detailing is like automatic. You just have to click one or two buttons and then your reinforcement will be completely drawn. So it will be easy if you can actually find a way to make this better to conform with what we have in practice. This is why I'm making this video, so that from your ProtaStructure details for your slabs, you can make adjustments right from the software without exporting it to AutoCAD. All you need to do is to load the slab detail to Prota details, and then from the Prota details you can make adjustments to your reinforcement. And one of the major issue is the detailing of the bottom reinforcement and the top. In practice, we usually combine these two reinforcements together, but as you can see here, the top reinforcement here is separated from the bottom reinforcement here. So in practice, these two bars are seen as a single reinforcement. These two bars, they are seen as a single reinforcement. The same thing goes to the top bar here and the bottom bar here. In practice, you are usually combined as a single reinforcement in order for easier construction and easier placement. So if you export this to the software or to AutoCAD, you have to make the adjustment here, combining these two, even though what we have here is not wrong. And then from your bar body schedule, these two reinforcements are going to be two separate bars. So, but you can make that adjustment right from Prota details, and that is what I want to show you in this video. This is Chevron Academy. We discuss about civil engineering designs. If you want to learn in depth on civil engineering phenomenon, design tools that can help you to become better as a civil engineer, as a structural engineer, then you can subscribe to this channel. I have specialized videos for people that decide to join our membership program, where you can learn advanced designs for members only. So you can click on the join button once you subscribe to join our membership program. So the first thing you have to do is to export or load this plan to Prota details. So I'm going to go to drawings and reports, then come to Prota details. So here I'm using Prota 2025. You can use any version can work for what I want to show you in this video. So let's wait for the plan to be exported to Prota details. So now we have the plan. So I'm going to come to generate details. I only need the form plan, so I'm going to remove the column and the beam details and click. Okay, I want to confirm for the dimensions if the dimensions are actually wrong, because I think I did not check the scale. Okay, yes, the dimensions are right. So the reinforcements are supposed to be seen as a single bar, but they were separated from the ProtaStructure or to detail tools, I'm going to remove them and then replace them with what it's supposed to be. And in order to do this, you must ensure that your reinforcement length is no more than the standard length of bar. So like, let me just show you one or two examples. One of it is this bar, and this. They are all considered as a single bar. In practice, you usually detail it as a single bar, not three separate bars like this. So let me delete these 3 bars and then replace it with one single bar. So in order to do that, we have this tool here we called, is used to insert reinforcement. We have the insert using 2 points, we have insert using 4 points, and we also have insert using 4 lines. So for this exercise, I'm going to use insert using 4 points. So once I click on it, the next thing I will do is I will choose the type of bar. If you look at that bar, it looks like a hook. That's the way it looks. So I'm going to click this down arrow, click on it. Then I'm going to look for a reinforcement that looks like the reinforcement I want to use. So you can either use this or use this. It looks like it. So let's go with this one. So once I click on it, then you can click out like this. So the next thing is I need to input my dimensions, the geometry of the bar. For the A, you don't have to disturb yourself with the A because the A is the overall length of the bar. I'm just going to click the start and the end to show the A. So the next thing I'm going to do is, okay, we can create the bar and then we make adjustment to the size later. So in order to create the bar, the first thing you do is you change the diameter here. So here we only have 10 mm. Based on our settings, we can go back and change, but let's just stick with 10 mm because you can see all the bars here are 10 mm at 250. So let's stick with 10 mm. But from your settings, if you select more than 10 mm, you are going to see all of the bars here. So here you put in the cover for the reinforcement. So let me put a cover of 25 as my cover. For the quantity, we are going to leave it. This is the spacing of the bar. So if the spacing is 200, 250, let's say 250, just like the rest. And then you can also check all these other settings and you can adjust them. So what I will do next is I'm going to click on where I want the reinforcement to start from and where I want it to end. So I want it to start from this edge. Notice once I click on the edge, there is a gap because of the cover that I placed. That's a gap for the cover. And then I click on the end. So here is the end. So now this is the reinforcement. So I've clicked the start of the reinforcement. I click this end of the reinforcement in terms of length. Remember, I'm using 4 points. So the command is not done. I've only inserted just 2 points out of the 4. The next thing is for me to now click the runnings of the reinforcement. Even though I place the reinforcement here, where is the reinforcement going to start from? Where is it going to end? You can see this call out is showing that this reinforcement starts from here and ends here. So the same thing applied to my bar. So I'm just going to click, let's say from here for this slab, and it runs through all the way to this slab. So I'm just going to use this reference point here. So now the slab has been inserted. You can see this is the quantity based on the spacing. This is the diameter of the bar, and this is the spacing. But this is not exactly what I want. Why? Because this return length of bar is not correct. This length of bar here is also not right. So this length of bar here should be the thickness of your slab minus the cover at the top minus the cover at the bottom. That will give us this length of bar, this length here. So if we have this slab is 150 thickness and we are using a cover of 25 at the top and bottom, so that will be 150 minus cover at the top minus cover at the bottom, so we are left with 100 mm. So that means this dimension here is 100 mm, not 540. This dimension here is also 100 mm, not 540. So let's make the changes. So all I have to do is click on the bar, then this table is going to come up. So what I want to change is C and B. I look for C and B and I input 100 mm. So I change this to 100 and then I change this as well to 100. So once I make the changes, you can see the changes on the reinforcement. So that is you can see the changes here now. The next thing is this return length. According to the code, the return length should be 0.2 of the dimension from the edge of the slab. That is, from the edge of the beam here into the slab should be 15% of the span of that slab. So the dimension of this slab in the direction of the reinforcement is 5 meters. So that is, you can measure it, is 5 meters like this. So that means the reinforcement is supposed to extend into the slab by 15% of 5 meters or 20%. According to the BS code, the detailer's manual, 15%, but from the Euro code, we can use 20%. Both are right. So let's use 15% times 5 meters. That is 750. That is, from the edge here into the slab should be 750. But remember, this 540 is the old dimension from this point to the edge. So how do I know this length? This dimension here is the dimension of my beam. The thickness of my beam is 250. But remember that we have to allow for cover on the side of the beam. So that is 250 minus 25, which is cover. We are left with 225. So that means from the face of the beam of the reinforcement here to the face of the beam here is 225. Then you now add 15% of the length for the return bar of the reinforcement into the slab, which is 750 as we calculated earlier, plus 750. So that means the total length here should be 975, not 540. So I click on the reinforcement again. Now I need to edit E and D. I need to edit E and D. So all I have to do is come to E and D and change it to 975. 975. And I have what I needed. Here we have 980. Here we have 980 instead of 975. And now we have the bar. And you can have the spacing. So if I make changes to the spacing, you can see automatically the number is also going to change. So I make changes. I change the spacing to 200. Automatically, I have 25 instead of 250, giving me 20 number of bars. So I've been able to adjust this reinforcement now. Instead of having 3 separate bars, I now have just a single bar. So, and in order to generate the bar bending schedule for this, all I have to do is highlight the whole slab, right click, and then come to quantity tables. You can rename it maybe to slab reinforcement, whatever. Click OK, and then this is telling us that there's a bar mark already. We want to continue. Then you click outside. Then automatically the software will generate the bar bending schedule for you. So now you can see the adjusted reinforcement. This is the reinforcement I just added. Bar mark 7. This is it. 25, 10, 200, 07. So the way the software present the bars, so the bar marks are at the end. So you can make this adjustment. What we usually use in practice is 25, T10, bar mark 7, then 200. Bar marks before the spacing. So it's bar mark 7. You can see the shape now, and it's now giving me the length instead of separate reinforcement bars. three separate bars. I've now combined them into one, which is what we actually use in practice. So you can do the same for all the other reinforcement. Example is this bar, and this bar. They are two bars, but in practice we present them as a single bar. The same thing applies to this and this. The same thing applies to this and this. So within few minutes you can make your adjustment, and then you export to AutoCAD, and you don't have to look for any tools for you to start redetailing your slabs. I hope this video is helpful. If you want to learn about civil engineering design, you can visit our website chevdinacademy.com. We have a lot of courses on structural design, highway designs, and other civil engineering designs. If you want to learn about detailing, we have a course on structural detailing with AutoCAD. In this course, you can learn how to detail your slab, different types of slab, different type of scenarios, with slab openings, irregular shaped slabs, and all of that. How to detail beams, simply supported beam, fixed beam. What's the difference between the two in detailing? How to detail staircases, foundations, shear walls, and all of that. So you can go through the course if you're interested. All you have to do is add to cart, make your purchase, and start learning. Quite straightforward. So if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you're interested in learning more about design, you can join our membership program. All you have to do is click on the join button and register for it, and once we upload any unique videos, you'll be able to watch them, ask questions, and get better as a designer. Thank you. See you in the next one.